Okay, so I'm going to be doing a thief run of Dark Souls, meaning that basically I'm just going to use the starting equipment for the thief and nothing else outside, or I should say no other equipment. So I'll still be using some buffs, but no rings and no weapons or armor that you don't get in the Undead Asylum when you start. So yeah, should be fun. I have messed around with this a little bit and tried to kind of at least route my way through the beginning of the game, and it's interesting for sure. Uh, the the uh, the weapon that you get for the thief is not great in a lot of ways. Let's do braided here. It's got really short range, which is what part of the problem is. So some fights are quite challenging actually, and crowd control is, I've noticed, something that is quite difficult sometimes. So it's been kind of fun to play though. Normally I play
The age of ancients.
oh,
The world was unformed.
not sure what I would say I normally play as. Mostly dex builds. And
Land of grey crags.
trying to think of what weapons I tend to get
and everlasting
early on, and kind of depends, but normally anything that scales well with dex.
But then there was fire.
Um,
And with
go ahead and skip this. Interestingly, the starting weapon for the thief. Now, technically, the starting weapon is this broken sword that does not count, since every character starts with that, I think. We'll take a look at the weapon when I pick it up. One of the nice things about the thief, though, of course, is that you start with the master key, which is part of the reason I wanted to play as this class. The master key makes it so you can skip some rather annoying sections of the game that I don't find particularly enjoyable. So, and the other benefit, of course, is that since you get the master key as your starting gift for that class, you can get black fire bombs. Which do considerable damage to this guy. Just taking it a little bit easy here. There's no real reason to, but I'd rather not get crushed right out of the gate. So you get the Demon Great Hammer, which is useless to me. The funny thing, and I didn't know this until I had actually killed the Asylum Demon here, is that normally when you fight him, the intent for you is to run through here. The gate slams behind you, and then you kind of work your way around to getting your starting weapon, which is what I'm going to be picking up now. So first you get the shield, which is the target shield for the thief. And then you get your starting weapon, and then you are a little more powerful, so you can actually use melee attacks against the Asylum Demon. So it's the Bandit's Knife is what you get as the starting weapon. And it's kind of interesting, so it scales with strength and dex both, which makes it kind of an interesting weapon. The temptation is to, at least for me, it's been to scale with dex early because you actually increase the attack stat when you increase your dex. But I think since the scaling is better... I guess it's not. Never mind. I was thinking something else. So, yeah, basically it's totally dex build. Ooh, he actually comes after you? Did not know that. The other benefit of the bandit's knife is that you can cause bleed on your enemies, at least those that are susceptible to it. So that comes in handy. Bleed's kind of an interesting mechanic in this game. I don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes it's really helpful, but it doesn't do like what Demon Souls did. In Demon Souls, bleed works kind of like poison or any other kind of timed building attack, or not building attack, but building ailment, status ailment. So like you get enough hits on somebody, and then you build up an ailment meter, and then once it reaches the maximum, you inflict your ailment on an enemy, and then they take damage over time. Same thing happens to you if you get poisoned or whatever. Bleed works basically just like a standard build-up ailment. In this game, it works a little differently because it'll build up over subsequent attacks, and then you'll suddenly get a major damage attack in. I think it depends a little bit on the enemy with regard to how resistant they are to it. But generally, it's like 4 hits, somewhere around there. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is just go through the burg. And I'm going to do this pretty quickly because there's not a whole lot of stuff I need in the burg. I don't think there's anything I actually really need. I can get a humanity back there, but I don't really need it. I can always come back for it. So basically all this is just a mad dash to... That guy seems to have an incredible lock-on to you when you come up. You can really mess with your... Huh. They don't usually make it in there. So because your weapon does some pretty weak, just regular attacks, which I'll show you here. I'll do one-handed. But see, then you get that third attack in, and then all of a sudden you get, oops, that extra hit, but it's pretty weak right out of the gate here. But you do some pretty good critical hit damage, so parries and backstabs are still pretty good. So there's a lot of parrying and backstabbing, and you get the target shield specifically for that, which makes parrying a little bit easier on some enemies. I think it actually makes it kind of harder on other enemies. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and level up. And then come on, there we go. Okay. Need to go through here so I can get this gold pine resin here. Ooh, almost clipped out of bounds. I didn't know that you could do that. And the reason I want gold pine resin is because bosses are significantly more immune to bleed, and so they can take a long time to fight. So lightning, being able to apply lightning helps a lot. At least for some of the early bosses. The bell gargoyles are probably the they're fighting them would be much more challenging, since you have to get close to them and you get two of them. This guy's not so bad because you get this little trick. Okay. I could use my gold. Really? Okay, that's unfortunate and not something that usually happens. Wow. That's never happened before. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I've never been blocked by him before. That's kind of funny. Okay. No, I don't have to worry about that. Oop. Oh, come on. Not even worry about that exploding barrel is nice. And of course this fog grate protects me from those guys running into the arena. We'll see how this goes this time, because I... way surprised that I was killed by him. Usually he leaves a little bit of a gap between the stairs and himself, and his legs are like too short to really go under, which is funny. I thought they weren't, but apparently they are. Alright, let's try this again. Could be where I landed, too. I just might have happened to land in a terrible spot. But see, that's usually what happens. Get a little bit of gap there. I could try to cheese them and get them to jump off the ledge, but I've actually never successfully done that. And I'm not going to try now. So this takes a little bit longer, but it will work. Wow, really? Huh. Surprised. Okay. That was some good RNG this time for his patterns. He's not always so cooperative. But those jumping attacks are perfect for this. Alright. One thing I should also mention is that well, we'll see. I'm gonna try not to I'm gonna try to do things about as much in order as you can do them. I'm gonna be skipping a lot of stuff though. Like, I'm not gonna talk to Solaire or do any of that stuff. I'm gonna skip pretty much all of the side quests. I haven't decided if I'm going to do all bosses or not, though. Probably not. I probably won't do the DLC. Okay, I need the souls here for some upgrades. When I learned you could, well, this I knew you could bypass if you got lucky enough just to not be killed. Of course, when you're a new player like I was, you kind of play overcautiously and you can kind of get yourself in trouble from that. But I love that you can skip all this stuff. Okay. I also love how many souls you get from killing those guys that way. I never really understood why you get the souls of creatures that are killed by things other than yourself. You'd think, like... yeah. You would think the Drake would get the souls, right? I don't like both of these guys in here. Yeah. Oops. Forget it. I can outrun him. Of course, I wasted some S's doing that. Although it probably won't matter, because I'll probably go back to Firelink Shrine once I, Oh, wow, really? Unfortunate. Yeah, I'll probably go down to Firelink Shrine once I upgrade my weapon here a little bit. Okay. Let's see.
Don't get yourself killed. Well, I don't know. You need it.
I need one more. Okay.
Oi, where are you off to?
I'll get one from killing one of the guys up in the parish here. Wait, so that'll already give me to plus... No, that'll give me to +4. But already you can see it makes a pretty big difference. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can actually parry those attacks. Yeah, you probably can. With the target shield. Yep. Sometimes these guys give you shards too, I think, but... Oh, nice. So I am online, unfortunately. But I don't plan on being in human mode very much, so... This guy will bleed, which is funny to me. Okay. So it's 800. It's 800, and I think I need 2 more. And the Taurus Demon does not give me a soul, I don't think. No. Okay. Probably should have saved my souls for from that first section instead of spending it on my decks. But oh well. Okay, I need 3 shards. Okay, so that's 2,400 souls just to buy the shards. And then I would need however many souls to buy the actual upgrade, which I don't think is that many, but I can't remember. These guys are especially annoying to fight, as the thief sometimes, especially if they get stuck. Come on, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, so the slow windup of the target shield is, ooh, I find troubling. Really? That didn't work, huh? Wow. I'm surprised that didn't work. Because normally... the window for the parry is pretty big, but you've got to start it early. Whereas with other shields, you can kind of do it right as they're swinging. And with the target shield, you kind of got to do it a little bit earlier. I think it's kind of designed for people who jump the gun. Like that. I hate how long those animations are. Alright. Let's see how like early I was? And it still let me get that off, so it's interesting. I'll go down and do this, and go ahead and pick up the added Estus from Firelink. I could also pick up some souls if I wanted to. Might be a good idea, actually. Oh, there are some fire bombs in here, which might be helpful at some point. Since I don't have any ranged weapons other than those, so. Okay. So on my kind of just playing through and testing this out, I found a really curious thing, which is that when I fight the gargoyle demons, or the bell, yeah, whatever, the bell tower gargoyles, they, the pattern for when you go through the first time is a little bit different than if you go through on a subsequent attempt. And I always struggle on the first attempt and then usually do it fine on the second attempt. It's really bizarre. Oh, wait, actually I should have gotten the Firekeeper's soul first. That would have been a good idea. Oh well. There we go. That's more like it. See, I can take him out with one hit, no problem, if I actually land it. Now I'll go slow through here because... Actually, you know what? And now they're gonna be stronger, of course. That's fine though. As long as the actual monk guy doesn't... As long as he doesn't run over here, I'm fine. Okay. Now that that's taken care of, I don't think I can backstab this guy for some reason. Okay, now that he's dead, and I have enough to upgrade to level 5, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I thought I had... Oh, that's right. I forgot I reset them at Firelink. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I didn't want to... Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. I did not actually want to reset the guys upstairs, though. Oh, that's right. Okay. So now I've got that. I have the pine tar resin, or whatever it's called. Gold pine resin, I think it is. Yeah. 2 hits is significantly better. Yeah, I always miss that. Yeah, you have to get so close to these guys. Yeah. I was hoping for a shard. Okay. Yeah, this is the guy I really didn't want to reset, but okay. Come on, get down here. Okay, I'll probably... Nah, because when I come back down, it's going to be a pain. They can be avoided, but... I don't really need all the Estus. Especially because... Man, these guys are really chasing me down. Usually they're a little slower than this. Okay. Alright. Now... Oh, I could have leveled up. That would have been a good idea. Okay. I don't know if I can even survive any hits from them. We'll find out. How's that? Okay. Now let's see if I can get this guy in the right spot. I want to get him further away. There we go, that should be good. Oh, come on. Before I run out of this, please. Alright, that's pretty good. Usually I die. I'll probably run out of this, but that's fine. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, missed. Alright. Definitely not my best fight of all time, but I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah. It's one of the, I don't know I feel like there aren't that many, like the further in the game you are, the less the buffs help you out. But early game, the gold pine resin, just like the Taurus Demon is the same thing. You can just completely destroy them with pretty much any weapon if you have that. So it would take me forever to kill these guys if I just used the Bandit's Knife by itself. Which is why I will use buffs in this. But I need to make sure, what I'm happy about is I only used one. And the reason I'm happy about that is because I need some for the Iron Golem. And I don't have to go farm them later. Yeah, I don't feel too bad with using the resin in terms of feeling like it's a little cheap because the Bandit's Knife reach is so short that you have to get right up in everybody's face in order to do anything anyway. But any kind of regular sword, it's like you get a little bit of distance, which is nice. It's a great buff. I really like it, though. I don't think... Oh, for sure. When I played Demon Souls for the first time, I went straight for magic, like, all the time, because it was so much easier to get through any areas just kind of standing back and shooting some soul arrows. Okay. I can't remember if Quelaag is weak to lightning as well. She might be, actually. That's a fight that takes forever, too. With this weapon, anyway. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to go down to Firelink. And I'm going to try to remember where the first large Titanite shard is. Yeah, I've never used magic in... well, that's not true. Well, Demon Souls is the only one where I used it consistently. And I still like it in that game actually quite a bit. I have not used it really at all in Dark Souls, and I didn't really use it in Dark Souls 2 either, but I did use it in 3 a little bit. Okay, I think... Okay, so I need to go down to... get the basement key. So I guess the easiest way to do that is to go... probably back through here. I have the basement key, but I'm going to go into the basement. Or whatever it's called. I guess it's the basement. Whoa. I love how these guys just like... Man. Yeah, I mean, I generally like melee combat more as well. I think Dark Souls 3 was like one of the big exceptions for me. Because in that game I also used a bow pretty consistently. But that's just because there's so many enemies like all over the place that are just begging to be picked off. Whereas in this game, it's not really set up that way so much. Alright, I'll rest really quick. And Bloodborne, you can't really... I mean, you can shoot guys from some distance, but it doesn't really do much for you. But Bloodborne also has weapons that are much better at crowd control than Dark Souls does. Oh, I should have stayed over... Oh, really? He was on the wrong side. Weird. I'm just gonna go for it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I like the map in Dark Souls a bunch. I don't know if it's my favorite, necessarily, because there are certain areas of it that I don't like very much. I think the earliest parts of the game are really good. Oh, I should be investing my souls in something, huh? I'm gonna probably lose them. That was a bad idea. Well, I guess I can go back. Alright, let's go back and I will level up a little bit. Whoa. Why did it do that? What the heck? Oh. Would help if I hovered over the right thing, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's just do another endurance. Cool. That should help. Yeah. It is. It definitely has some Metroidvania style elements to it for sure. Although, because you don't really need... oops. Since you don't get new abilities, really, it does kind of lack a few of the main elements to it. But in terms of its level design, in a lot of ways, yeah, the interconnectedness and all that stuff. There's a lot more back and forth in Metroidvania games, though, whereas Dark Souls does a really good job of making sure you're moving forward most of the time. Even if you're going back through an area, the looping around makes it so that you're kind of walking forward a lot, rather than turning around, which is nice. No. I hate that holding forward sometimes will trigger that. Alright, let's see if I can get through this area without totally botching it. It's another area where using pine resin would probably be a good idea, because I really hate the Capra Demon, but... Oh, come on. That is a little generous for these guys. Alright, not too bad. Yeah, I wish I could do that leaping attack on people's backs, though. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, they use the bandit's knife, and I think they have the same shield I do, maybe. Or some of them do, anyway. I wanted the dog first. Will they follow me all the way up here? He might anyway. Yep, they do. Nice. I always love using the height variation to my advantage because it's really bizarre. It like seems to benefit you both when you're below enemies and when you're above them. It's very strange. One of these has an item in it, I thought. Maybe it's the lower one. Alright, so... Oh, well, didn't need that. Okay. Oh, I hate this fight. The dogs, man. Those dogs. Because you have, like, no... you really have no good defense. So it's just brutal if you get hit. And normally you can get through there without any problems, but... kind of, it's all about guessing how the AI is going to treat you. Like earlier, I just got totally destroyed by the Taurus demon because I just couldn't get out from under him, and I got, like, blocked up under the stairs. This is probably a bad idea because I'm going to have to come back out of here. Come on. Come on. Nah, that didn't work out. Let's try it again. There we go. That's more like what usually happens. I also don't like how the Cavern Demon can totally hit you from down there. Like, how? Ugh, this camera's killing me right now. There we go. I hate this camera. Finally got bleed damage on him. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be bad. Although I don't really care now. Can I not come in here, actually? That's pretty funny. Of course, I can't leave either. You know what I'm gonna do? Alright. I'll take the weird AI to my advantage here, I guess. Oh great, there's 4 of these guys. So I think the amount of... how long it takes to inflict bleed, I think depends somewhat on the enemy. I don't know if these guys are going to follow me in here or not. Nope, they won't. Awesome. Yeah, the bosses definitely take more, and some bosses don't bleed at all. Like Quelaag doesn't bleed, for instance, which is why her fight takes forever. The Iron Golem, of course, doesn't bleed. My goal for this stream is to get to Quelaag, but I'm only going to be streaming until about 7:30, so I might not get there. Although I'm usually pretty quick to get through Blighttown. But my goal... I'd also like to upgrade my weapon to +6 at least, because otherwise the fight's going to take forever. Oh, these guys are a little bit stronger, I forgot. Come on, dog. What are you doing? Can I backstab? Well, not if I... Yep. Nice. No, I'm just getting a large ember. What is back here? Okay. Souls. Yep, that's the plan. I'm gonna go and use the... Oh, she sells me something useful. But what? Ah, yes. 3 should do it. I think. Yeah, I'll get 4 just in case. Oops. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick with this the whole game. Obviously, I've upgraded the weapon, but I'm not going to change it Yeah, purging stones would be good. I don't plan on getting cursed, but we'll see. Oh, I thought that was a humanity for some reason. One thing that's nice about this weapon actually is it does not clip through, or it does clip through walls better than a lot of other weapons do. So you don't get a lot of knockback, which is nice. Problem is I don't remember where the... oh. Really? Just because he's that... Oh, there, he's down here. Okay, that's why. I didn't think that guy was close enough. Okay. I think the first large Titanite shard is down in Blighttown, actually. Oh, did I accidentally up in attunement instead of endurance last time? I bet I did. Are you asking if I prefer energy drinks or coffee? If that's the question, then I prefer coffee. Every time. Okay, let's just go ahead and go down to... Blighttown. I'm trying to think if there's something else I could do. Oh, yeah, well, one thing I could do. That'll help. Oh, and then Lautrec should be down here. Weird that he's not. That worries me. I'd like to kill him off really quick. Huh, let me go up here.
You are... Did I not...
Okay. Yeah, not everybody likes hot drinks for sure. And I get that. There are only certain drinks I like warm. Tea I like, and I like coffee as well. Hot chocolate sometimes. Actually, I like quite a few hot drinks now I think about it. But I can understand not liking them. But iced or hot coffee for me is both are good. Alright, I'm just going to save it up at... not save it, but I'm going to rest at the bonfire up here and then go back down to Firelink and see if Lautrec appears, because he should have. I don't know why he didn't. Nope. Not going to Andre. There's probably a large Titanite shard down there somewhere too. Yeah, I could kill her, but I think if you kill her in Firelink, I think those other guys get hostile, and I don't really want to deal with that. Just it would take too much time. Yeah, see, those guys still take 3 hits to kill. Let's do that, of course, and then you can see my critical attack is way up from where it was. Or my riposte, I guess. That's one of the changes I liked in Bloodborne a bunch, was the way they implemented critical attacks. Or, I forget what they call them now. Visceral attacks. Those are really cool. And I loved how you could tie in some runes to it so you can, like, replenish health and stuff by doing them. Dark Souls is the Ring of the Evil Eye, but it's not quite the same. There you are. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, no, no.
Are you sure about this?
Well, I would be, except that's not what I'm trying to do. What is going on? He's actually quite forgiving of me. There we go.
What if this is our fate?
Weird. Okay. That's done. Now I don't have to worry about him. I'm surprised how many hits he took, though, to be perfectly honest. I thought after like 3, for sure, he'd be after me, but he's pretty forgiving for somebody who is a murderous guy. No, I never tried using miracles. I think I started with like the only magic I used was like the really basic healing magic, I think, that you get when you start out as like the, I forget which class it is. Maybe that is a miracle, actually, now I think about it, but oh, I didn't need to do that. Nope, nope. Oh god, really? Wow. That's interesting. I can't say that's ever happened before. Yeah, pyromancy I imagine is pretty good. I stayed pretty strictly to melee attacks in 3. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was. Oh, I think I just went with the, what's it called? The, whoever it is who gives you the twin scimitars. Like, those weapons are so powerful. I just stuck, like, in my first playthrough without knowing anything about any of the weapons or builds or anything like that. I just started going. And, I remember, yeah. And I remember just tearing through enemies so easily. It was weird. I felt like I was doing something wrong. And they didn't change it. It's still like that. Yeah, the frame drops in here can be kind of annoying. I don't know, they don't bother me as much as I would have thought they would have. course, I didn't spend that much time exploring the bottom of Blighttown in my first couple playthroughs. But I played it without DS Fix originally when I first got it, because I didn't know anything about DS Fix or anything like that. And it was okay. I didn't mean it wasn't great, but I didn't feel like it was that bad. I think Bloodborne has areas that are worse than Blighttown. Or at least fights that can be more difficult to deal with in terms of frame drops. If not whole areas, but... Plus my GPU is not great, so it's kind of... I do not want all those there. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be quite a fight here. I probably should have used the pine resin, but I am worried if I do that. Basically, I just want to prevent myself from having to farm later. Because if I die on the Iron Golem, which I usually don't, but I could. I would rather not have to go back out to Darker Garden and kill a bunch of the mushroom kids. It's not my favorite thing to do. I should probably go over here. I would absolutely knock him off the ledge, but it's very difficult to do with this weapon. You just don't have enough staggering ability to do it. I can barely even get him to be dizzy. I might have more success if I have pine resin, but I beat him without it, and it took me forever. I had to just chip away at his health like this. This is not quite as bad. So I can at least get some reliable hits. And I don't have to worry about getting knocked off the ledge here, so it's not so bad. But yeah, knocking him off the ledge is quite a challenge with the bandit's knife. Oh my god, really? That was dumb. Alright. Alright, let's see if she's weak to this. I cannot believe I died there. Because I got in front of her, and I didn't really mean to. only gonna get one. Let's see, I know she's immune to poison and fire. Let's see. I think if she was a spider on top, she would be absolutely horrifying. Oops, didn't want to lock on. Yeah, that helps. No doubt about that. This is bad. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad she jumped, because otherwise... Yeah, the effect doesn't last all that long either, which is kind of a pain. Well, that was probably a waste then. Hopefully it won't take me more than one. Attempt to kill the Iron Golem then. He's not that tough, really. And if he's as weak to lightning as I'm hoping he is, then it should be fine. Quelaag just has a huge... Oh, this is not good. She just has a huge health bar. I guess you are probably supposed to fight the Moonlight Butterfly first. I guess? I'm not really sure, actually. Really? The stupid kick. Alright, we'll go over here now. Come on. I hate that attack. Oh, is that what he's doing? Yeah, this 27 damage is so bad. Alright, 65 is a little better. Are you serious? Oh my god. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, I'm similar. I had stopped playing games, kind of like right before the PlayStation 2 came out. The last console I owned was a PlayStation, which I played a lot of. And then in high school, I just didn't really play because I just didn't have time. And then I just didn't really play in college either, just because I had been out of it for so long. And then it wasn't until I started working and then kind of just had a bunch of free time all of a sudden where I got back into it. And yeah, I remember playing. A friend of mine suggested this game to me, and I played it, and it was brutal. Quelaag was really hard for me my first playthrough, actually. Not dissimilar to this. Although, normally, I don't struggle this much. Of course, I wasn't landing a lot of those hits. If I do that, I think I do better. Yeah, when I got back into it, I started with the PS2 because it was just like it was like the console that came out when I had stopped playing, so I was like, alright, let's just go back in time, kind of, and play all the games I never played. Man. It's making this really difficult for me. So that's when I played, like, Shadow of the Colossus and Persona 3 and stuff like that. And then I got a PS3, because I got Dark Souls on the PC, and then I got really interested in playing Demon Souls. So I got a PS3 for that and a few other games. And then I got a PS4 when Bloodborne came out. Or not when it came out, but like this when it came out. When Bloodborne came out, I think. Or not too long after it had come out. Well, that was really strange. I think a PS4 is like the first console I've had when it was still current. Like every other console I've owned has been like kind of. I guess when I had my PlayStation, it was still like current, but I usually have gotten them so much later. I always felt like I was way behind the times. But now I feel like I'm actually kind of caught up, which is nice. Except in PC, I need to get... this is on PC, of course, but I need to get a new graphics card relatively soon, because... How did that hit me? Seriously. I'll just do something. My favorite modern gen games, well, Bloodborne's definitely up there. I guess it depends on what you mean by modern. If you mean like PS4 era and up, then yeah, Bloodborne's up there. I like The Last Guardian a lot. I haven't played... The funny thing is I haven't really played that many modern games, comparatively. Like, I've played a lot more older games. Even in the time that I've had a modern console. Did this just not connect? That's weird. Eh. No. Oh, don't kick. Oh, I'm dead. My God. Oh, man, this is terrible. How am I doing so poorly? Well, I was doing fine there until I just didn't realize that I was going to get hit with the AoE blast. Yeah, this is probably the worst fight with regard to time. Just because her health bar is so big. Because she's not really difficult. It's just... This is my last... Alright, if I don't beat her here, then what I'll probably do is go up and kill the Moonlight Butterfly, who's actually surprisingly hard with the Thief build too. And when like my attacks don't land, that just makes it very aggravating to me. Okay, what are you gonna do? At least I recognized it that time. Okay, so it looks like that's weird. That she almost always follows up with the third stab. That's very unusual. Just gotta get away from that. That's the other thing I hate about this fight is it's just like location management. All of the lava pits just make it a pain to kind of maneuver around, and it just limits your ability to get good areas to attack her in. Almost ran myself into a problem there. Does not help when, oh. Oh. Alright. Well, I'm not making a whole lot of progress right here anyway, so, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I might actually only beat her, by the time I have to go myself. Barely. Maybe I'll go upgrade my weapon after all, now that I have a large Titanite shard, maybe that extra boost will help. It's not a helpful place for that to be happening. Maybe my problem is I was just trying to get too close to her. Well, if I miss, though, doesn't do me much good, does it? I think I barely escaped that one. Alright. Oh my god. I'm really surprised. It did not take me very long to beat her at all before. So, clearly, something's different. And it's probably that my stats are just lower than they were. So I'm gonna go up and see if I can remedy that. First of all, I'm gonna upgrade my weapon yet again. Assuming I can. I think I'm good. Let me make sure. Yeah. I think I only need one to upgrade the first time. I'm kind of disappointed because I had done so well in the early part. I was able to kill the Taurus Demon after that one little mishap. I killed the Taurus Demon without much issue. I got through the gargoyles, no problem. So yeah, definitely disappointed about that. Because Quelaag's not that tough of a fight, really. She's not, but if you don't do enough damage to her, the longer the fight takes, the more troubling it can become. So I will try to... It's back here, isn't it? Yeah. I'll try to fix that by seeing if I can get my stats just a little bit higher, plus upgrade my weapon again. That should help considerably. But I think my dex is just too low to do any real, the scaling is not helping enough. Plus the fact that she doesn't bleed, so you don't get the benefit of nice extra damage on, successive attacks. I don't think I can use anything he gives me. Oh, the humanity I could use. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, let's go up to Andre. And then maybe I'll go and try to kill the Moonlight Butterfly. Well, I'll gauge how well I can attack the tree guys. I forget what they're called. Because if I can do some decent damage against those guys, then I should be able to kill the butterfly without too much issue. What I'd like to do is use because I think I get 10,000 souls from the Moonlight Butterfly. I'd like to use those for opening the doorway to Sif, but we'll see. Okay, that's +6 now. We'll go see how I do against the enemies down here really quick. Because getting to the butterfly is easy. That's the nice part about that. 4. That's not too bad. If I was lucky, I'd get some purple moss too, but it does not look like that's happening right now. Nope. Okay. Must have gotten some counter damage there. None of those guys gave me moss. Jeez. Of course. That glow is actually quite strong. Surprised about that. I don't know why I picked that up. I knew I couldn't use it. Can't believe it. There is a real possibility I die from this guy too, actually, so. With 10 Estus, it's not super likely, but it is possible. Oof. I just need to pay better attention to what I'm doing here. Well, there you go. Definitely not playing my best today. Can't remember the last time I died to him. But that's okay. I don't want to waste all these. Oh, of course. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. I do not like that attack at all, especially because I dodged it and it still hit me. But I should have enough of an attack. I guess the trick is just to stay really close. Okay. I don't think I need this ember at all, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. The point isn't to change the property of any... Oh, but I get the Watchtower basement key. Which I don't really need, because I can go the other way around to Havel, but... Okay, this is just a... quick run out here. And then I'm probably going to have to call it. So I'll go up to, I'll go back out into Firelink and then we'll call it from there. Please give me some... The drops are so bad. I'm gonna have to go buy some... Blood red moss clump does not help me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy some from the vendor, I think. That's irritating. Oh, let's level up. Yeah, that's definitely better damage. No question about it. Yeah, if I can get 2-hit kills on those guys, that's pretty good. Kind of want to know what I'm going to do. Are you really going to stay in your parry stance forever? Okay. Down to Firelink. And that's going to do it for today. Not as much progress as I was hoping. I was hoping to get Quelaag finished in this session, but that's okay. I will deal with her next time. So probably maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. We'll see. One of those 2 days. We'll pick this back up. And then Saturday I am scheduled to continue with my Ocarina of Time Master Quest playthrough. So if you're so inclined, I'd love to see you join me for that. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys all later.